Hi, I'm Craig Bell,
This is John Perkins.
and this is Take 5. You've heard it said when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But what if you don't like lemonade? Well, then you make lemon meringue pie.
Good for the soul, helping you thrive. 5 minutes to renew your mind. Take 5.
You know, one of the key ingredients would be sugar. There has to be some sweetness to offset the bitterness in the pie. You don't want to just eat lemon pie without sugar, man. Throw that stuff away. I found in life that it's much the same. You need some sweetness to offset the bitterness in life. The sweetness that I found in life is hope. We all need hope. If you lose hope, man, you've lost everything. You've got to hold on to hope. A little boy was standing at the foot of an escalator in a large department store, intently watching the handrail. He never took his eyes off the handrail as the escalator kept going around and around. A salesperson saw him and finally asked him if he was lost. The little boy replied, "Nope, I'm just waiting for my chewing gum to come back." If you lose hope on what's coming, you've lost everything. You need the sweetness that it brings to offset the bitterness that life brings. Years ago, a hydroelectric dam was to be built across the valley in Maine. The people in the town were to be relocated and the town was to be submerged. But during the interim time between the final decision and actual evacuating of the people, the town, which had once been well kept, fell into disrepair. Sidewalks didn't get fixed. Windows didn't get repaired. Weeds didn't get pulled. One resident said, "Where there is no faith in the future, there is no work in the present." See, we have to have hope. So we would like to share with you 4 solid principles concerning hope.
In Psalms chapter 27 and verse 13, it says, "I have fainted unless I have believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living."
I love that verse there, John. That's a good one. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 19, if we only have hope in this life in Jesus, we're of all people most miserable. We have to have hope beyond this life. Even the hope in Jesus has to go beyond the hope of this life. See, hope is only found in a forward perspective. It is never found in the present, never found in the past. It's only found in the forward perspective. You can't find hope looking in the rearview mirror. And you know, in that 1 Corinthians passage, chapter 15, he tells us that because Jesus rose from the grave, we have hope also of a future beyond this life. So the hope that Jesus gave us when he rose from the grave is the same hope that we cling when life gets bitter. It's a future perspective.
Yeah.
Romans chapter 8, verse 24 says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man sees, why does he yet hope for it? But if we hope for that which we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." Hope is a forward perspective.
We always hear, Brother Craig, that we're saved by grace and through faith, which we are. Don't want to take anything away from that, but the Bible also says we're saved by hope.
You know, that's true, John. Faith begets hope. So the first principle was hope is only found in a forward perspective. It is never found in the present, never found in the past. Number 2, hope is based on certainty because it's tied to faith. It's not based on a wishful thinking or hope that's never going to come to pass. It's based on things that are certain. Listen to the certainty of this verse. It's found in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 17 through 19, wherein God willing more abundantly to show unto their heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath, that by 2 immutable things, in which it was impossible for God to lie, we might have a strong consolation, who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us, which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil. He says that the hope that was placed in God, who never changes, is a sure and solid thing. The psalmist said in Psalms 42 and verse 5, "Hope thou in God." It's the only sure thing we have in life to hope in. Principle number 3, hope gives a current peace in the present.
In Psalms chapter 16 and verse 9, it says, "Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoice. My flesh shall also rest in hope."
Right. There is a rest that is found in hope in God. A rest would be a present thing, a current thing for the right now, for the moment that we're in. So hope in the future can bring that peace in the present. And then here's a 4th thing. Only God can fill us with hope. You can't really find it anywhere else. See, you can't find it in yourself, in your neighbor, in your spouse, in your children, in your boss, in the politicians. You cannot find it anywhere else, only in God.
In Romans chapter 15 and verse 13, it says, "Now the God of hope will fill you with all joy, peace, believing that you may abound in the hope through the power of the Holy Ghost.
So to sum it all up, hope is looking forward to a result that is certain to fulfill a present longing. So whatever you do, don't lose hope. Brothers and sisters, ask God to fill you with hope and keep it in sight. Hold on to it for all you've got. When life gives you lemons, get ready for some lemon meringue pie.